Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Reliable Source. I'm Jonelle.
And I'm Kirsty, and we're both journalists at Europe's biggest newsroom, BBC News. And we also work on the BBC News TikTok account as well. And every week we come here to tell you about the stories that we are the most obsessed with.
This week, why is it so spicy over at BookTok?
I guess that books allow you an arena to explore your own interests through a character. So it's safe, you know, it's... You can do it in the comfort of your home. It feels like a safe place to explore your own desire and your own needs, I guess.
And how easily can you be found in real life based on what you post online?
For the record, don't post any photos or videos with like your roads, any identifiable like street names anywhere near you.
Plus, the thirst is real over your fave celebs. But when's it gone too far?
Let's go.
Reneé Rapp, Queen Gal.
The It Gal.
The It Gal, Regina George, Mean Girls the musical. She is the one that everyone says is not media trained. She says what's on her mind. Love her for it.
Love her for it.
She's been speaking up.
She's all over my TikTok feed as well. Like, I'm literally on the Reneé Rapp side of TikTok. She's everywhere. Clips from her concerts, clips from Mean Girls, her actual TikToks. But it's the clips from her concerts that have got people talking. She recently posted on her Finsta that some of the signs that her fans hold up at her concerts make her feel like a piece of meat. So she said sometimes she finds them funny, but other times they make her feel like a piece of meat because they're over-sexualising.
And it's really horrible because that's objectification. And that's kind of when people don't see you as a person or your personhood. They just see you kind of as a sexual object, which is really negative. And it seems like some of the fans may not know where to draw the line. They need to realise that they don't actually know this celebrity.
Put your signs down. This is an intimate acoustic session, and I get it. Like, they're just writing the most outlandish, vile things so that she gives them attention, but at whose detriment? Hers.
Yeah, and one of her main songs, Snow Angel, is actually about her experience of being drugged and potentially sexually assaulted. So, yeah, it's not really ideal to feel then sexualised by the people coming to your concert where you're going to sing that song.
I think for her concert, she interacts with her fans a lot.
Yeah.
She likes to do that.
It's a big part of the show. Like, the signs she was encouraging for a while, I think, because like they were really funny, and she was like, yeah, sometimes they really make me laugh. And there's actually a clip from about 4 months ago where she did an interview in the US, and she spoke about this like absurd signs that people bring to her concerts. And she said it is really funny, but she was like, also sometimes it's pretty wild because I don't think anyone would say these things to my face.
Well, people say really absurd things, and I am wondering, like, what about my personality like warrants people to feel like they can/should say this? Because if somebody said that to me like in person, I don't know if I would be like, this is so weird, or if I'd be like, that's hot. Yeah. But on a sign, it's really funny. Like, somebody last night used my last name and was like, Rapp, like R-A-P-P, wrap your legs around my neck. I don't know. And okay. Sorry.
And I think it's completely valid if like she was finding them funny at first and then they got a bit more they escalated, and then she's a bit like, actually there's a boundary there.
Let's get on with the rest of the pod. We've got a lot coming your way. Sweet, so it's World Book Day today.
World Book Day.
Everyone dress up. We are dressed up in the studio. So if you are listening to this podcast, I am the ultimate book villain. Of course, Draco Malfoy. I'm wearing my lovely Hogwarts robe. It's green, it's mean, and that's the vibe you're getting, okay?
I'm also in a little HP costume. I've got a Gryffindor cape on. Is it a cape, a cloak? And I've also got some glasses on, but they are actually my dad's prescription glasses, so I can't really see anything too far in front of me. But we're doing this because obviously it's World Book Day.
Yeah, and the kids are reading, and they're reading in their numbers, so much so that the CEO of Bloomsbury, that's the publisher that actually published Harry Potter all those years ago, shout them out, because otherwise we wouldn't have got these gems. I wouldn't be dressed like this right now. His name is Nigel Newton, and he said that the reason why the share price of Bloomsbury has hit like sky high.
All-time high.
All-time
high, so higher than when they published Harry Potter.
That's insane. And the reason is because of BookTok. And romance is the biggest genre of like publishing in general with books. People love romance novels. But on TikTok, it's really getting really, really popular. So the hashtag spicy talk. So spicy, you know what I'm talking about, little sexy books people loving to read. That has 4.5 billion views on TikTok.
Yeah, it's really good. So to talk to us about this is the librarian of the internet, arguably the CEO of BookTok, Jack Edwards. You've been making content about books for years. Like, you started on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I
And then you
did.
moved to TikTok, and you're still on YouTube, obviously, but TikTok became such a big thing for books, right?
Yeah.
Like, when did you notice it? And like, it's crazy big.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's quite symbiotic now in the sense that people are buying books because they've seen them on TikTok, but then also, you know, the publishing industry is shaping what you see on TikTok as well. So you kind of have this push and pull where the publishing industry shapes what you see on BookTok, but BookTok is also shaping the publishing industry now and bringing back these old gems from like years ago, which is exciting that things have less of a shelf life now.
So one of my friends is like a prime example of, I think, the effect of TikTok.
Yeah.
Because she never read a book. Like, she would never ever read. She didn't like reading. She just didn't care. And then she just loves TikTok, right? She loves TikTok, as we all do. And she said that she kept seeing Colleen Hoover book recommendations.
Sure.
She was seeing like creators that she likes posting about these books, and she was like, I'll give it a go. Now she reads so much. Like, she reads more than me, and I used to read way more than her. And she reads Colleen Hoover, she reads the Sarah J Maas books, I think, but all these main like big on BookTok books. Why do you think it's become so like? How do you think that kind of impacts happen? Because people for years have been like, how can we get young people to read more? And suddenly now it's like, oh, they actually are.
Yeah, I think that a lot of book recommendations run on word of mouth, right? And I think that there's nothing more endearing and captivating than someone having an emotional response to something.
Why do you think spicy talk is such a big thing? Because it's got 4.5 billion views, that hashtag. And a lot of these books that people are picking up for the first time and haven't read in years are quite steamy. They're quite, you know, PG, not 13. So do you think there's any reason for that? Or is it just more like relatable content, I guess?
I guess young people are looking for ways to learn about these things, and maybe it speaks to our sex education needing to be more liberal and open-minded and honest. And I guess that books allow you an arena to explore your own interests through a character. So it's safe, you know, it's you can do it in the comfort of your home. It feels like a safe place to explore your own desire and your own needs, I guess. So I think that if anything, it probably is just an empowering thing, I hope.
Yeah. Before you go, can we get some ultimate book recommendations?
Ooh, okay. I'm going to recommend to you, if we're going for romance and we want like a little spiciness,
Let's go romance, yeah.
then I'm going to recommend to you a book called 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. It's about these two people. They are ex-lovers. They're both writers, and they've realized that ever since they've been writing these books and they've been each other's muse, you know? And they reconnect. And I think I love a second chance romance. And
We were actually talking about this the other day. We love a second chance romance.
we love a second chance. Bring it back. I don't even want to know who you're thinking of when you think of second chance.
But, you know, bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
And then, of course, One Day as well, I think, is such a magical book. And it really is testament to the ways that people come into your life at a time and they leave a lasting impact and an imprint. And maybe you return back to that person.
Did you like
maybe
that
don't.
iconic line? Was that
Oh,
on the
of
book?
course, of course. I'm referencing.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, what's that
Love.
TikTok sound where it's like, it's one of the great cosmic mysteries?
Yeah,
Have you
there
seen that?
you go. There you
Everyone's
go.
posting their boyfriend and being like, oh. So do you think if people have watched One Day on Netflix, they'd like the book?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I just love love. I think that it's just so
Don't
special to
we
get to read
all?
about and to see the way that people have written in a way that is believable, feels authentic to the real lived experience of how we miscommunicate, drop in and out of each other's lives. Love isn't always a linear process, right? You sometimes find yourself in different scenarios, and sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time or the wrong person at the right time, you know, and so you put up with things you wouldn't normally. So I think that these books, like 7 Days in June and One Day, Normal People, you know, these are great books for thinking about the reality of love and how it's messy, and that's kind of what makes it great.
God.
Normal People kind of drove me crazy because I was like, can you guys just literally sit down at a table and chat to each other, please?
I know,
I was like,
but
I'll literally pass you
But
the
love
post-it
is
note of what
so,
he's saying.
it's so
Come on,
intense though. Love is intense and there's emotions and we're just complex beings.
Yeah.
Dynamic like feelings and we
can't see in someone else's
can't see
head.
it.
Yeah, I
And we just
know.
feel vulnerable and we feel like at threat and like you don't know what they can do. They could do something bad.
Yeah,
and
to
you
hurt
break
you.
down and then it's like months and years of yearning. So of course, I feel like I should have just written that down.
And
Book
this
monologue.
is why we love BookTok. It makes these conversations happen, right?
So interesting though. And like romance is the biggest genre
Yeah.
for books anyway. It's always been.
Yeah.
And
I guess it's because something everyone can relate to it.
And it's like a love
everyone can
letter
relate
as
to
well.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
back in the day, they were writing letters.
Yeah.
In one day, they were writing each other's letters. They weren't necessarily like, oh my God, I love you so much. But they were like, it was showing love through the effort, the time, and being able to tell someone else, like, this is what I'm doing and this is what I hate. And this is the messy bit and the truth behind it.
Sometimes that's how we show love, right? In indirect ways. It's not always about saying I love you. Sometimes there's a great poem called The Orange, which is about the act of just peeling an orange for someone, and how you
The orange peel theory.
Yeah, the orange peel theory.
No way.
And one day,
let's debunk that right now.
One day passes the orange peel theory. He peels an orange for her in episode 2 or 3.
Does he?
Yeah.
So tell us about this poem, though.
The Orange is a poem about how we show love sometimes through actions, and it can be just about peeling an orange for someone, sharing a slice, that kind of communal idea, doing something for someone else in a selfless way. And the poem ends with the line, I love you, I'm glad I exist. Aww. And I think it's so wonderful the way that you share those intimate moments with someone, and it just reminds you why you're happy to wake up every morning,
You're now reliable sources, resident librarian.
You are
so
reliable source. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that is the biggest honor of my life.
we're going to hit you up.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
If you're looking for a new podcast obsession, we think you might like Murder They Wrote with Laura Whitmore and Ian Sterling.
Listen to some of the world's most jaw-dropping crime stories on BBC Sounds. Now, where were we? Guys, really, 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 really exciting news.
The icon, the OG,
legend.
Lenny Henry, the OG of comic relief. Guys, if you don't know, you better know, but I know you know. I know
They
you know.
Hi, it's me, Lenny Henry. I'm dropping into all kinds of BBC Sounds podcasts to ask you to help me. Yes, you. I need to find the ultimate joke for Comic Relief Night. You're funny. It'll be fine. Ask your listeners. Come up with a joke yourself, or share one that's been in your family for years. I'll be picking the winning joke soon. From Comic Relief and me, huge thanks. See you soon. Ta-ra!
So this is something we could probably do. I'm a little bit nervous because it is, the LH, the real one. So yeah, I'm gonna let you do the honors and go first with your joke.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I don't know.
You're
just
a funny babe. You're a funny babe.
Okay, shout out my dad for this joke. Gave it to me.
Oh
Wait,
my
I
God.
need to make sure I get it right.
An OG dad joke,
Okay. I used to get a Valentine's card every year from a secret admirer. I didn't get one this year. I was so sad. First my granny dies and now this. Do you not get it? Babe, I said just laugh even if you don't get the joke.
I'm
oh
sorry,
my God, I can't
babe. It wasn't
explain
a
it, then
good
it's just
joke.
not funny. Do you get it though?
No, that was the best one.
That was the best. That's a
Your
funny joke. Do you
grandma
get it?
died. I don't want to hear
The
that.
joke is that your granny was sending you the cards.
Oh.
I told you she wouldn't get the joke. Guys, I need actually a new co-host.
What did one hat on a rack say to another hat on a rack?
You tell me.
I'm going to hang around here. You go on ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's not
You
bad.
go on ahead.
I get it.
Because the hat goes on ahead. But hats don't talk.
So, guys, if Lenny likes our joke, we're going to be on BBC One. We're
gonna be on-
Comic Relief.
Whoa, March the 5th. Deep. Lenny, please, we're begging.
Lenny,
I'm begging ya.
Lenny, please.
I'm begging. I'm on my knees.
I'm on my knees,
I'm on
Lenny.
my knees, Lenny.
Let us on BBC One. So we both love to post on the internet.
I'm posting on stories.
We're posters. Let's be honest. We're not those hot mysterious
I mean,
girls.
I am a mysterious girl, to be honest. But I still post.
We post a lot,
But you won't know what the storyline is.
You won't know the true storyline. But we're posting, and we're posting about what we're doing, where we are, who we're with. And I saw a video that freaked me out about this. Ayamé is a content creator, and she posted a video from a hotel, and this guy found exactly which hotel she was in, which room she was in. Let's just play the clip so you can understand what I'm talking about.
Guys, guess where I am? Shut up, I'm in a hotel.
That's not nearly specific enough. In order to figure out precisely which hotel you were staying at, first I obviously had to figure out exactly where you were. I was able to determine that by noticing that in between the 2 videos you recorded inside the hotel room, you had posted this video where you met Jason Momoa. here is right next to you in your second video.
So that's Yuval's video. So he made that video and it's got 6 million views, I think. And there's also another creator called Jose Monkey, and he does this like regularly. So he gets people to ask, they kind of challenge him, like, can you find me, once he's got their consent. And then he does this all the time and finds loads and loads of people.
Okay, Jose Monkey, let's see how good you are. Where am I right now?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found.
So Ayamé is in the studio with us now, and so is Merlyn Thomas from the BBC Verify team, who basically do this sort of thing for a living, but for news-related things.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Do you feel safe here?
I do. It feels very... I had to go through security to get here, so I don't think anything's happening.
Oh, yeah. It's a tight locked building.
Yeah.
We are all... we're here.
Yeah.
We've been here.
I haven't said that I'm here to any of my social media until I leave.
So tell us what happened, because you posted this video of you.
I do like room service reviews whenever I stay in hotels, because usually I get a spend on the hotel to eat and I'm not spending my own money. Ha ha ha. I did a room service review and filmed what I ate. A couple of weeks later, someone duetted it, finding and figured out where I was staying, which hotel I was in at that point, using the pattern on the plates that I was eating off and telling the picture behind me. So I'd film myself from like here, could tell via the photo or the framed photo behind me which room I was in specifically.
That is just literally actually so scary.
It was quite scary. There was like pictures of like the mirror, and it's like, you have this type of mirror in your room.
But luckily, because I'd left, I wasn't as scared for my safety, because I'd left the place. So it was kind of like, oh wow, that's crazy. Had I been in the hotel at the time, I probably would have checked out.
This feels like wasted time. Like, he should be in like MI5 or something.
He should be here.
You should
BBC.
Be in my team.
BBC Verify.
So,
We've got a member of BBC Verify right here. How convenient. Like a wizard.
It's almost
It's
like
like a
a
wizard.
kid. Wow.
Hi,
It's
Pete.
Merlyn.
Hello.
Merlyn Thomas.
Something needs to be geolocated. I'm here.
So introduce yourself. Tell the people what you do.
So I do that, but for a living.
So you do what Yuval the Terrible does for a living. Not
Okay, so basically BBC Verify, it does loads of things, but one thing that it does do is like we geolocate and verify videos, and a lot of the time we're doing it in like war zones. So this has like a purpose of like, where is someone like taking these videos, what's happening there, trying to like figure out what's going on. I've seen the video and it's
You're like, yeah, I knew that from the second I saw it.
But also,
Where you
I
were
mean,
saying.
babes, I'm sorry, but
Okay.
you did also hashtag.
That was when I left, though. I hashtagged it when I left. I will say that.
I loved that it was like he did the
whole
I found it from like the plates, and then look at the switchboard, and then look at the curtains, and then look at the back of this, and look at the painting, and then I was like, but also hashtag. Marriott Groves.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fantastic hotel. And I'm grateful actually that it did happen, because just before that was posted, I was actually going away on a trip, and it just made me a lot more, diligent on the trip to not post.
you can piece together things. So for example, what he did to your video was like he looked at where you'd been just like a day before, where you're going to go next. Like you can see. So
What's
if
the
I
hoot
like
next?
look through your profile, I could probably find out like the area that you live in. So that's like it narrows it down, and then you narrow things down slowly. And so like I'm not giving people tips on how to stalk people, because
Please
that's
don't
not what we're
find
doing.
me.
But what I'm saying is like it is important to be safe, because like
Yes.
you can find out a lot about people from their social media profiles.
it is interesting to see how like technology's advanced to the point where we actually need to be so careful with what we post. Like if you post your local station or where you like to get bubble tea, like that is all giving indications of like where or area you live in.
Can you give us your best tips for staying safe?
You might have like really tight security, but make sure you've got your like followers and following lists like on lockdown, because you might have like everything like fine, but your auntie might not, your like sister might not, like your cousin might not, like any family members or any friends who post like anything of you, and you're not, even if you're not tagged in it, don't post any photos or videos with like your roads, any identifiable like street names anywhere near you. Shop names are really easy to find, that's fine, but obviously like, you know, if you're all around the place, that's fine. Like if you're nowhere near where you live, that's fine. Like it depends on like how safe you want to be. Do you know what I mean? So
You want to be safe. Yeah,
Yeah, you
the
do wanna be
Huns and the hoodies.
Last thing. So, Merlyn, we want to do a little challenge with you, if you're up for it. If you've got the space in your work day.
Great.
Can we send you some vids
Yeah.
of us out and about and see if you can track us down?
Yeah, go on.
It's going to be me and
Airdrop me
KG doing some crazy things around different towns. We're going to send you some stuff.
About where
Great,
we are.
can't wait.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Yeah,
what a hoot
thank
it's
you.
been.
Hoot and heck.
Well, we've learned a lot. This has been great. Thank you guys so much.
Great times.
Be safe, Ayamé.
I won't post
Ever again.
ever.
If you see Ayamé in a new career as
Yeah.
a teacher
Yeah.
or a chef,
I
just
won't
mind
tell
your
you where I'm
business.
teaching. How about that?
Thank you so much for listening to Reliable Source. We'll be back next week.
Remember to tap subscribe or follow so you never miss an episode, and do it right now. Go on
And
then.
you can find us wherever you want to find us. BBC Sounds YouTube, BBC Sounds app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there.
So until next time, always get your news from a reliable source.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.